So my first trade of the day was this Tesla play right here, which I actually forgot to hit the record button on. Tesla making this huge gap down after the debacle of a truck unveiling, which was last night, and you can kind of see Tesla on the daily chart here. Someone knew, or people knew, I should say, that this unveiling was not going to go well. This candlestick on the daily chart yesterday was bearish. Normally, if Apple has a big event coming up, or Disney, and people are excited about it, you see a run up into that event, and maybe a gap up the day of. Yesterday was the opposite. It was a bearish candlestick and then a gap down because that truck looks like complete poop. All right, let's be honest. They had a couple showcasing things of the truck that, like the glass and stuff, that failed, and it just was really bad. And no one is going to buy this cyber truck. Well, some people will, but it looks terrible. There are a lot other artist renderings of what people thought it should look like that are way better, like way better, way better. So anyway, gaps down, and it comes to a key level here. Let me show this key level on Tesla. So here's an hourly chart. Huge gap up from an earnings beat, then a move up with a credit raise, and it creates this nice cup and handle on the 1 hour. This is a 1 hour chart. All right, breakout over this spot, and it's been moving up here. Here's the gap down, and it opens right at this level. So it's going to be either support or resistance, and it chooses resistance. I'm just going over the trade. I didn't record this. I forgot to hit the record button, like I said. Oops. Let's see where we. Okay, here. So you can kind of see I meant to take 20 puts, and I got in here. I thought it was going to drop down, curl up, and then give me a 1 minute candle under candle up here for the continuation of an opening range breakdown. But instead, it dropped. It dropped, pop up, came here, candle over candle, and then immediately rejected that. And that level is at 341 right there that we were talking about on the other chart. So that was resistance. I was hoping it would do a candle under candle right there, but we just got bearish engulfing 1 minute candle. And when I saw that, I just tried to play the momentum down. I grabbed some puts, 11 of them. Like I said, I tried to get 20. I don't know why I had 11 selected instead of 20, but anyway. And I just sold into the downward move there. So in at 307, out at 360 for 5, out at 370 for 5, and then the remaining one was 390. So nice little win there, about $600 or so on that first trade down. My second trade was BIIB, and this one was a swing that I got stopped out earlier because the market took a big dump out of nowhere. And let me find BIIB. Let's just do it over here. It'd be easier. BIIB. There's an hourly chart again. Big descending triangle here. Well, I say descending triangle, but the bottom. I was just using this as a horizontal, but you can kind of do like that if you want. Anyway. More importantly is this resistance line. We hadn't really settled the bottom in, so I'm not too concerned about this guy right here. There's no defined bottom, but we did have a defined top. I mean, we tested, count this as 1, I guess, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times on the hourly. If you want to break it down even more, look at the 30-minute chart. You can kind of see, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 30 minutes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. And yesterday we broke through it, and this is what I wanted to see, is we broke through, came back down, tested it, and it did act as support. So this is a clear breakout. And then this yellow line is just a daily candle over candle. If I do like this, right here. So that's why I did a daily candle over candle. And I said today, if we break over this line, I'm going long. And sure enough, it did. It broke that line, daily candle over candle. And then I'm just kind of looking at resistance spots, horizontal resistance. This is one right here, which would be like 296.50. Here's one up here. I could just draw something like this. Boom. And another one up here, boom. Okay, so that's basically your resistance. You can probably put one right here, but and another one at the top of the Bollinger Band. But that was just a trade. I got in, perfect entry. Let me see if I could find it over here again. BIIB. I'm just going over these trades. These are not ones I'll show in the recording because, you know, whatever. And I sold BIIB. I got in at 375. I took the 290, 250 calls. And I got out because the market took a, where is it? I got out at 466. So a really nice win. What was it? 466 and 375. So almost $1,000. Not just shy of 1,000. So 900, I guess. $900. Nice win. I had a bigger win, but the market, if I could show you the SPY, took a really ugly dip right here. And this market is so news related. I thought something was hitting the newswire, and I'm really sensitive to that. I don't want to be in anything if bad news hits. So I immediately sold a Disney swing I had going, which was starting to work today, and I sold my BIIB calls when I saw this drop with volume, but there's no follow through on it. So what can you do? Got shook out of it. But let's get into the trades I actually did record. My first one being VIVE at 938. So let's pull it back over here. Boom, boom. Okay, let's make it a little closer in. Okay, so this one had headline move. It's a 1 million share float. This is a low float play. What I was looking at on this is, you know, very volatile out of gates. Popped up to this, I guess it's VWAP. Had something like this going for it, you know, with a very early, I guess, ascending triangle. 938 when I get in. Let's kind of draw it like that, maybe. Anyway, I was just looking for a break of this top. So we got this pop, pull back, candle over candle, double topped right now. Came back down to this 9 EMA, kind of settled in a little bit, and I played for this candle over candle break, and I was looking for this 350 break. I thought I could do it. Instead, it rejects it hard. So I get in at 335, right there at that break, candle over candle, looking for the third attempt of this. And, you know, usually through the third time it'll break, but it didn't even get up there this time. Got a pop up to 345, so it was up $200, and then immediately rejected the VWAP and came back down. And when I saw that rejection, I got out, -4 on the trade, minus $80, and then it does a candle under candle and breaks through, and then it's just been an absolute disaster ever since. But you know, again, an $80 loss, a 4-cent loss is nothing compared to, you know, if I just hold and hope when obviously the play didn't work out.
Got an order ready for 335. Minute 335. Oof, rejected. Out. 331.
So this next trade I took was a Tesla short. I did it with puts. I used the 335 strike. So we had this move down. We had the bounce. Okay. On this bounce, we had a candle under candle right here. We had a bounce, and then candle under candle. And normally, shorts want to see continuation on that first candle under candle, and we did not get it. So I was watching it, and then we got a candle over candle, and longs typically would take that. If on the first, you know, if the bounce didn't give the follow through with the candle under candle, the next play is to go candle over candle for a move back up to maybe VWAP. You know, this is the first 10 minutes of trading. So when I saw the candle over candle happen right here, not do anything, then it's back to going short. And I went short at this 9 EMA. I got in at 940, so this is the 940 candle right here. I took 20 puts, so I went short at 315, and on the spike down, I sold half at 328 for 13 cent win, $130. I continued to hold, and I added as we were breaking low a day. I thought I was going to get a flush down to like the lower part of the Bollinger Band down here. Did not get it. In fact, my ad, you can kind of see, was at 427. I got a really bad fill on that ad, and I did not understand. I mean, that's a huge difference in price, and I just think that I don't know. I hit a market order, but I didn't think I was getting that bad of a fill. Anyway, it breaks low day, pops right back up, and I cover them as I see that it's not going to flush out. I cover them all at 389. So I lost about 40 cents on the ad, but I gained, 70 cents on the first. So about a $300 winner on this trade. Again, if I was hoping for a bigger flush there, that's why I added, but I didn't get it. So if stock doesn't do what I thought it was going to do, I cut it loose and move on.
I think it's rejecting it. So I'm going to buy some puts here on Tesla. Looking for the next 1 minute candle under candle. Got to break this 334.80. There we go. Head lower. Thank you very much. Selling half for plus 13. Holding on half here. Bought some more calls for that low day break. Man,
U.S. manufacturing
got
flash
a bad fill on those. So all out
PMI
for
for
that
November,
trade.
51.6, consensus 51.
All right, so this next trade on Tesla is right here. We got this drop, pop, drop again, and then this bounce, which rejected the VWAP. And I tried to get in there, but it just popped and came right back down, so I didn't get anything of that. And then I was playing this bounce here, okay? And this is the 21 EMA, and this is the 9 EMA on a 1 minute chart. And you kind of see how it respects these lines. We got up to here, and it just felt like it was going to be resistance. You got these Bollinger Bands tightening up. So the idea was to short as it was moving up, which I took puts again, and play the next 1 minute candle under candle. We had kind of this bounce, and I was thinking maybe we go candle under candle and then break this low, and then it falls through, which it eventually does do. It just didn't do it fast enough for me, but I did make money on this trade. So I take some puts at this 21 EMA. That's this lot right here. I'm again playing the 335 puts at 296 is my entry. I add as it's going candle under candle right here at 354, or it looked like it was going to go candle under candle. I added, so that was this 10 lot at 324. So I have about a, I don't know, 305 average, I guess. I didn't make a ton on this, but anyway. I finally get the candle under candle that I was looking for, but it doesn't immediately flush out, and it starts to bounce again. And I didn't want to be in that bounce. I was thinking it was going to go test the lower part of this Bollinger Band. It would give me a nice little win. It doesn't do that, so I immediately sell for 311. I made, I think $100 on this trade, and it was the right move because it did pop up, and I definitely had, 30 contracts, which is a bigger amount of size for me for contracts, to be honest. Even for day trade, I usually like to take 10 or 20. So it did pop, but eventually did roll over and get the move I was looking for. But nonetheless, made a little bit of cash on it.
Bought some puts right here.
Shares of Clovis
$2.96
Oncology
to
popping to new
335s.
highs, $8.24, up about 6% now. CLVS, ASLN shares resume trading. Aslan hitting $1.47. Again, that press release out earlier this morning on Alpha Sandy Lima November. CTAS report of a state regulatory investigation in CTAS that from Spruce Point, that's Charlie Tango Alpha Sandy. ASLN halted again on a circuit breaker.
Bought some more. Looking for this 1 minute candle under candle now. If it doesn't go here, I'm just gonna sell. Oh, come on, we're pennies away. $70, $60, oops. Alright, I'm out. Didn't want a 1 minute candle over candle. Out of 311, so small profit. Oh, now it's gonna go, you bastard. Buying him now. Back in him. 330. Didn't really get the follow through that I'm looking for, so out 338. Let's see, are we putting up some sort of support here? Okay, we got a little support line.
All right, so this next play is Tesla, and this is where a little bit of a wedge came in. I just tried to play this move here, looking for a low day break. It didn't happen, but now we had a little bit of a wedge that was created from this move, and I call myself a day trader, but I'm more of I am a day trader, but more specifically, I love trading patterns more than anything. And you know what? I'm just going to flip this over real quick to make myself sick. Oh my gosh, BIIB. Nailed this one. Look at that. Up to 301 today. I don't even want to look at what those calls would be. Let's look at them, actually. Let's just make myself sick. What are they at? $9. $10 was the high. Oh, that would have been a $7,000 day. Over 100% win if the market didn't shake me out. If I sold at 10, you know what I mean? But jeez. Okay, back to it. Let's get back to the play here. Okay. TSLA. All right. Gotta love E-Trade. They just put these drawings on, and they switch tickers, and they're gone. So annoying. But for some reason, they show up on the daily chart. And the 5-minute. The chart I didn't put them on. Anyway, so here we had a little mini wedge. It was kind of looking like this, and I drew that in my previous thing, in my previous trade, that we had a support here. So at 9:57, which, let's see, it's going to alert. Hang on, let me see what this alert is. Disney also shook me out of this Disney trade. Look at that. Look at that. I bought it down here, and the market shook me out. So I lost about $200 on that one. Now we're breaking to the top side of this wedge. Let's look at what Disney, where are you at? Let's look at what I had on those Disney calls. Where are you? Here it is. I sold them at 276 for 20-cent loss, right? Let's see what they're at now. 330. 60-cent winner right now. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Okay. Back to the trade. TSLA. Hey, look at that. My drawings aren't there anymore. They're back on the 5-minute chart. E-Trade, fix your freaking garbage platform. All right, we'll draw it again. So we saw this guy, okay? 9:57 is this candlestick right here. So we created this little wedge. I was looking for the break of this guy right here. So I took 20 puts. It came down. It didn't really break it the first go. Kind of got a little nervous, popped back up, and it was in this candlestick that we started to really crack it. Let's see. I added at 335. We got that break. I sold a third at 368. Then I was looking at the 5-minute chart at this point. So where are we here? Yeah, right here. So we had the drop, a pop, and then like a continuation play. So like a 5-minute candle over candle that failed. And at that point, I'm looking for the next 5-minute candle under candle. If the 5-minute candle over candle fails for a move back up, 5-minute candle under candle. So then I add when it looks like this is going to break to the downside. And that's what this add is here. So I'm back to 30 contracts, 368. We get the push down. We break low a day. But when we got the break right here, let's see, where did I cover at 10:01? Yeah, so the way this candlestick, you'll see it live. It closes down here at the low. But it bounces immediately. So I felt like I was going to put in a double bottom instead of just break the low day. I'm trying to see if I'm on the right trade right here. Yeah. So anyway, I cover the short here at the bounce. It started to bounce up, and instead of flushing low a day, it looked like it was going to bounce and put in a double bottom. So I just covered right there at 372 from these entries right here at 332 and 335 out at, roughly 30 cents. So nice little trade.
ARTL, Artello Biosciences, Alfa Romeo Tango Lima getting a pop to the high. SQ Square getting a pop here. Sandy, Quebec, 67.68 on SQ.
Here's the break of this little wedge here. Let's see if we get any follow through on Tesla. Candle under candle in the 5 minutes, 333.50. Buying some more calls here.
Michigan consumer sentiment, 96.8, consensus 95.7. Charlie Gasparino tweeted, source close to Schwab and Ameritrade talks say a technical hiccup at board level has delayed announcement of it being final, but expects issue to be overcome imminently. Likely announcement today or over the weekend. Again, no deal is done until it's done. SCHW and AMTD.
Hit the 5 minute candle under candle. There's the nice little flush there. Can we get low a day now? 332.72. 73 is low a day. Shouldn't. Yeah, should get there. Here's the 72. It's a wicked bounce. I'm all out.
So this is where all these trades were doing nice winners for me, and this is the one that just kind of fell apart. And I don't really know what happened on my fill. So we're getting down to low day, and I wanted to play for the break of low day right inside this candlestick here, and it looked like it was going to break it. It comes down. I take 20 contracts, and you can kind of see what the price has been around this level. It's been in the 360s, 350s, whatever. I just hit the market order, and it fills me at 435. Like, what? So that was a terrible fill, and I don't really know. I got to go look back at my recording if I can find it. I don't even know to see what the bid and the ask was, but just hit a market order, and I got a absolute terrible fill, 435, and you can kind of see it moves, it does move up quite a. I mean, it's volatile, right? But I don't know. That just did not seem right to me. Anyway, it starts to put in a double bottom, moves back up, and as it's moving back up, I've got to respect it. It could just put in double bottom and just rip back up to VWAP, and I'd really be screwed. But I sold these for, what is this? 70 cents almost. I don't know. Big. It was over $1,000 loss for sure. 65 cents. Almost a $1,200 loser. $1,100 loser. Really bad. It wiped out most of my gains this morning.
Here we go. I'm back in. Oh man, which ones did I get? That was a bad. Oh man, that was bad. I gotta get rid of those. I somehow bought an absolute terrible fill, wiped out most of my gains today.
So this is when I start clawing some of it back. So we got that little bounce back up, and what this is creating, jeez, what is this? It's creating a little bounce, and then candle under candle is what I was playing for right here. So a drop, a bounce, and then I was looking at it like at this, right? And I'm saying, okay, if it's going to break this low a day, it's going to do it on this go. I played right here inside this candlestick for the candle under candle. So drop, bounce, candle under candle continuation. So I got in right here. I again took puts because I want size, and I don't have, you know, the cash to take 2,000 shares at 300 and whatever $32 this is. So I got to take puts on this. So I bought puts 427. Isn't this funny? Because the price is right here, which is, you know, I bought these puts before and they were more expensive. Anyway, I get the downsize move finally that I've been looking for. And in this drop, breaking low day, I sell into that for, you know, almost 20 cents, just shy of that. So like 17, I guess that is 20 contracts. So getting some of it back, just a quick little drop, bounce, candle under candle for continuation. So this is where the market ended up taking a dump on me, and I ended up selling my BIIB calls and my Disney calls for an overall profit. That's what got me over, you know, the 14.97 mark. I actually have a 10 share short on VHC. I got a partial fill on some bad news. That's why it hasn't shown that extra dollar gain there, but nonetheless. Finished the morning up $14.97. I'm currently up just over $1,500. I think I'll call it a day there. If you have any questions in my trading style, feel free to ask. Come on into the free chat room. Link is down in the description. It's the Discord channel. So please come on in. If you're a new trader, you definitely do not want to do this by yourself. It is a tough road, and many people, most people fail at doing it. So any help you can get, take it. All right, I'll see you guys on Monday.